Here we are along lovely Santa Rosa Mountain Road. There's a nice red shanks right here for us. Adenostoma sparsifolium. Sparsifolium because look how sparse the foliage is. And cupleaf ceanothus. Ceanothus gregii, just starting to develop its seed capsules. And we got a pink-bracked manzanita, Arctostaphylos pringli, subspecies drupacea. And we got ourselves a nice interior live oak right here. Quercus wislizeni, variety wislizeni. Looks like this part of the crown right here died off, but the rest of it's still in pretty good shape. This is the tree form here. This is a lot larger than the shrubbier forms here. See, these are the shrubbier ones, variety frutescens, which is quite abundant in this area. But this one here is definitely more of a tree form. So, I mean, well, this could be kind of in between. I mean, this is a pretty decent size for a variety frutescens if it were one. I consider it a variety wislizeni, which is sparingly found here in Southern California mountain ranges. Like I said, we're in the Santa Rosas. Coming up from Highway 74, we went up quite a bit, and now the road goes down. So I've been actually in a pretty downhill for better part of a mile. And here, I'm kind of surprised to find it here in this spot, is an Arizona ash, or aka velvet ash, Fraxinus velutina. I can see, it looks like it's getting ready to go to seed pretty soon. Actually, I'm trying to see if this might be a male. No, this is a female. I can see the seeds developing. Yeah, this is a velvet ash, aka Arizona ash, Fraxinus velutina. There's a small little patch of it here. Kind of hard to see with the sun glare, but there's some more of those light green shrubs, shrubby trees. These are winter deciduous trees, as opposed to 99% of the other plant life here, which tends to be evergreen. The velvet ash, or Arizona ash if you may, is winter deciduous, and fall colors can turn a pretty vibrant yellow, especially on the cultivar modesto, which is cultivated quite often, and you see it along city streets and parks. But here, right here, this is pretty wild here. This is a lot different than your city streets. Very, very nice hilly terrain. Lots of large chaparral shrubs. Lots of red shanks around here. That's probably the predominant shrub in this region. And you can see, I don't know if you can see it from the video, on the hill there, all the stalks of nolina inflorescences. Plants are either developing their buds or starting to open up theirs on other individuals. So one plant I'm surprised not to see is palmer oak, Quercus palmeri, which is closely related to the canyon live oak. It's a lot shrubbier than the actual canyon live oak, but they are closely related and can hybridize. And once palmer oak was considered a variety of canyon live oak. It used to be Quercus chrysolipus variety palmeri, I believe it was, but it's been separated into its own species. It does get similar golden cup acorns. So you can see a close relationship. I mean, I'm surprised not to see it up here. I would think this would be a pretty good habitat for them, especially because I see them over the palmer oak down over in towards Garner Valley. I took a little portion of the Pacific Crest Trail last year between Highway 7, well, you know, from Highway 74, between that and Palm Desert. It's right near Highway 371, right by Paradise Valley Cafe. It's a little bit down from there, and there was actually quite a bit of Palmer oak, especially closer to the road, and saw some pretty decent specimens of that. And well, I'm starting to see our first conifers. You can see a little pinyon pine cone. I have yet to determine what kind of pinyon pine, but it'll probably get glared out by the sun, but can't tell from here because I'm not close enough to it. We're starting to see some pinyon pines. More than likely it's a single leaf pinyon, Pinus monophylla, but I believe single leaf and Perry pinyon have been known from here. I've seen Perry pinyon on that same stretch of Pacific Crest Trail. And here we got some golden yarrow, Eriophyllum confertiflorum, variety confertiflorum, and is blooming very brilliantly right now. Let's see what other cool things I could find. I know once you start seeing your first couple pinyon pines, you know more conifers are going to be up ahead. Can't wait to get to the yellow pine belt, which actually will be a little bit higher here since we're a little more arid. We'll have to go a little bit higher. So I think getting closer to 6,000 feet, which we're still a little ways from that. We're probably just barely at 5,000 feet because of all the elevation loss. I'm expecting getting closer to 6,000 feet, we'll start seeing the pinyon pine start merging in towards the upper limit of the red shanks. The red shanks, I'm not sure what the upper limit will be for these, but pretty sure it'll probably closer to 6,500 feet, maybe. But I wish I had an altimeter, but I don't. That's one thing I do have one, but I couldn't get it working, so maybe have to get a new one, or I don't know.